Hey everybody, this is Tom from Free State Less Lethal. Today we're going to add magnetic detent to my Valken CQMF. So my ammo of choice is the Grimburg Jewel, and I recently got these ones in. This is the Jewel V3, and what's different about these from the Jewel V2 is they're both made from metallic powder mixed with plastic and then injection molded into a ball. But the V3, the metal, the powder is iron powder, which means that they will be attracted to a magnet. The Jewel V2, I believe, used a copper powder and wouldn't attract to a magnet. But the V3, attractive to a magnet. So, what that means is, one of the benefits of that is you can, if you have a marker that has a magnetic detent, you can make a magnetic detent for your marker if it's something that's feasible for that marker. And I'll show you today. It's a really easy thing to do on the Valken CQMF. So why would I want a magnetic detent in the first place? Well, all less lethal markers and paintball markers have a detent, and the detent is that thing, that mechanical device inside of your marker that holds your projectile in place before you shoot it down the barrel. If you didn't have a detent, the ball would just roll out the end of the barrel before it even got shot. So the detent in the CQMF, for instance, can be seen if you look in the bottom of the mag well, and I'll put a little picture of it up to show you what it looks like when you see that magnetic detent. But one of the things about detents, they're usually made of either like a rubber or some kind of spongy material, or some of them are even made of a springy metal. But they do tend to wear out. And in the case of the CQMF, the factory detent that's in here is a little weak. Sometimes balls roll out past the mechanical detent that's in here. And the detent will eventually wear out, and then you'll get more and more balls rolling out the end of your barrel when you don't want them to. So that's one of the advantages of installing, I guess the primary advantage of installing a magnetic detent if you're using ammo that is metal or metallic and will attract to a magnet, as I do. And show you how that works on the CQMF. This little thing here, which unscrews just, there's 2 screws holding it in, and I'll show you. This is the plug that you would take out of your CQMF if you were going to be using it with a hopper to feed your balls in instead of the magazine from underneath. But if you look in here, there's a little well in here, and this is a little neodymium magnet. I got these off of Amazon. They happen to be 10 millimeters in diameter, and that thing drops right in there and sits perfectly in that little well of this little plug. And you can see it'll hold up one of these Jewel V3s. And in fact, instead of just putting one magnet, you could put a whole stack of 5 magnets, which I have here. and they'll really hold on to that ball very tightly. So that's what I'm going to do. I got 5 of these little magnets I'm going to stick in that well, and eventually I guess I'll glue these in here somehow, make it more permanent, but for right now I'm simply just going to put this little piece of electrical tape over top of this, and I'll stick that back in there, and we'll screw these little 2 screws back into it. Now I have, for the purposes of this demonstration, I've actually removed the factory rubber, if you can call it rubber, detent from this marker. So presently, the only thing that's going to keep the balls rolling out of the end of the barrel before they get shot is that magnet right there. And I'll show you how this works. Set these aside. I got a magazine full of these jewels, the Jewel V3, that have iron powder mixed in with them. And we'll hook that in there, and of course you can see nothing's rolling out the end of the barrel. And I can air it up. So we'll air it up. Again, even airing the, charging the bolt doesn't cause anything to roll out the end of the barrel. And let's just take a few shots. Set it on fire. And here we go. Nicely done. Okay. Degas it. So there you have it, folks. Magnetic detent for your CQMF.